This is Augustana Sportscene, a weekly update on Viking Athletics at South Dakota's largest private college. Now, let's catch up on the action and excitement of Augustana Athletics as we roll our Augustana Sports Update for this week.
Hi everybody, and welcome to a special Christmas edition of Augustana Sportscene. For this week's show, we're going to replay some of our best interviews that we've done over the past few months. We will begin with an interview we did last year with outstanding women's basketball player Emily Schulte. Following that, we'll catch up with Augustana running back Dejan Newell, and then Augustana's All-American middle blocker Holly Halfmeyer. Following Holly will be our outstanding cross-country runner senior Paul Yak, and last but not least, a guy who's having a monster season, men's basketball player Casey Schilling. It's going to be a fun show, so here we go with this week's program. With me now is outstanding Augustana women's basketball player Emily Schulte. Emily, great to have you on Augustana Sportscene. We've got a few things to talk about today, but to begin with, let's back up. O'Gorman High School, basketball player, athlete, superstar, all that stuff, and had a brother, Tyler, over here at Augustana, who many of you have seen play football. You had to choose where to go to college, where to play basketball. Why Augustana?
Well, actually, Augustana was kind of vetoed right away because
Tyler was here and you didn't want to go where Tyler was.
I was always Tyler Schulte's little sister. So, but coming over, talking to Coach on my junior visit day, got to see the campus. They have a great education program, and everything just fell into place, I think. So I didn't really take any visits anywhere else, and this one just kind of was like, you know what? Yeah. And now I think about it, and it's like I couldn't be playing somewhere else because I love the atmosphere, I love my team, the school. I love that my parents and family can come watch all the games. So.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're here, and you've been a fun player to watch out there, exciting player on the basketball floor. This year's team, Emily, we are right in the hunt here, having a great season, 19-5, a few disappointments here and there, but right now on a nice streak here, a nice weekend last weekend. You had a great game over at USF personally. How you feeling about where we're at and where we're going?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think as a team as a whole, we've had our downs, and I mean, when we play bad, we play bad. But when we play good, it's like we know we can play really good. So it's just kind of like frustrating sometimes when in the past games, I mean, we won this weekend, we did have our times, our stretches that we played really bad. But we can't play perfect all the time, and even though if you wanted to. I think we're in a good place though right now. We got a couple good wins this weekend, which is big, and two more tough teams coming up this weekend. I mean, they were very physical, and I mean, Winona kept us very low scoring and at Winona. So I think it'll be a couple more good games. It's really a challenge for us. See if we can come out and prove ourselves. So.
Just go one at a time. Well, fans love watching Emily Schulte, and when you and Sean Teever are out there together, you know, it's helter-skelter a lot of times, and that's a lot of fun. But you've been playing a long time. What do you like about the game of basketball?
I honestly love sports. I grew up with my older brother. I have a younger brother as well. My dad is a coach. My mom was into sports too, so I was always one to be doing activities outside, and I always played with the boys, and I'm just very competitive. So I played volleyball and ran track in high school, but basketball was just the one that I felt was the most competitive for me, and I don't know, I just guess I love it. I get frustrated with it in myself, but at the same time, I can't imagine not doing it. So.
Yeah, well, you're certainly fun to watch out there and provide a lot of entertainment, and we've enjoyed it. Switching gears, your major, future plans?
I'm double majoring in elementary education and speech pathology with a kindergarten endorsement, and so I will be hopefully going to grad school, not this next fall, but the following fall.
Right.
And so hopefully I'll be doing that. We'll see. I've got a couple options of what I can do. I can be in the schools with the speech pathology. I can teach. I can go to the hospital, specialize in something. So
Right.
I just got to feel out how grad school goes. And I don't know. I wouldn't mind coaching and doing that stuff. I actually have coached a couple teams, volleyball and younger basketball girls, and it's fun. I feel like I get a little too into it sometimes, but
Yeah.
so. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, whatever you do, you're going to be successful, Emily. Last question. You've been around here a while now at Augustana. Reflect on what it's been like to be a student and a basketball player at the college.
Well, it's flown by. I've been here for 4 years now, and I think about it, and when I have free time, I get bored. So I'm very lucky to be able to get a great education and be on a basketball team with such great girls, coaches, and we've had some winning seasons,
Right.
so that's helpful too.
Yeah.
Keeps me busy, keeps me staying out of trouble for the most part. So.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to say this here, but that's been a major challenge for Emily's mother and father, who I know pretty well. So I'm glad she stays out of trouble. But anyway,
Yes,
it's been
yes.
great to have you on the show, Emily. We got a lot of basketball to go for the Vikings, so good luck. Go get 'em.
Thank you.
I was nervous for picture day. My mom let me pick up my outfit. She said, pick wisely. I stood in line with my friends, and then it was my turn.
Next.
There were big lights and a backdrop, and the picture lady said, wow, nice smile. And then there was this poof. I really like my picture.
Joining me now on Augustana Sports Scene is outstanding Augustana junior running back Dejan Newell. Dejan, tremendous to have you on the show. You are a super football player for the Augustana Vikings, and we're really excited you're here. We'll talk a little bit more about Augustana football and your role here in a minute. But to begin with, you're from Lakeville, Minnesota. You played at Lakeville North. Talk about growing up playing football and what kind of teams you had in Lakeville.
I started playing in 3rd grade and played in the kind of in-house league we had, and played that all the way up till middle school, and then played middle school and also played on a traveling team in 8th grade, and that was a lot of fun. It was fun to kind of travel around to other cities and not play kids just from Lakeville, so it's good to get a little different exposure. And then from that, just played high school and then decided to come here, and it's been a great time.
Pretty successful teams at Lakeville North.
Yeah. Especially as of lately, they've really picked it up and been pretty successful. I know my senior year, we had the best record at the school at that time. I mean, since the split from North and South, and ever since then, they've just kind of been getting better and better, and just they're really building into kind of one of the top teams in the state.
Well, it was great that you decided to come to Augustana, Dejan. You had a redshirt year, and then you've been playing for the Vikings for a couple of years. We got the season started last Saturday under new coaching staff at Kirkeby Over Stadium. Pretty hot day out there,
Yeah, it was.
But good win for the Vikings.
Yeah. No, it was a real good win. We really came out fast and we played really well. Offense, defense, and special teams all clicked and played really well, and it was just a good start and good to get the first win of the year.
Well, you had a number of nice plays, picked up, I believe, 96 yards, but you had a nice 40-yard touchdown scamper. Talk about that one.
Yeah, it was just kind of our basic inside zone that we run, and there's a guy that came blitzing off the edge, and I saw him, so I just spun around him, and then there was just a nice big open space, so just took off, and wide receivers did a great job of getting downfield and blocking, so I was able to cut back and just score a good touchdown.
We'll talk about what it looks like back there from running back. When you get the football, what do you look for, and how do you make your decisions on what you're going to do?
I mean, most of our stuff is kind of zone read, so it can vary on play to play what kind of is open, but basically the O-line know, who they're responsible for blocking, and depending on how they're playing them, whichever way they're able to kind of block and shield them off one way, the gap may be open on one side or the other, so I just kind of, once I get the ball, just kind of read what they're doing, and they usually do a great job for me, so it makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, you and CJ Ham, quite a duo back there. You play together some, you spell each other some. Looks like you got a good bond between the two of you.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, we got a great relationship, and I mean, on and off the field. Off the field, we're great friends. We hang out, you know, and on the field, I think we really complement each other very well. I mean, I'm more kind of quicker, scat back type of player, and he's quick too, but
Yeah.
he's a load. I mean, he's a big kid, so he can definitely run downhill all day. So I think it works well for us.
Well, a new quarterback this year for the Viking offense, Trey Hyde, and what your thoughts on his first game?
I thought he did pretty well. I was most impressed with his composure. He didn't really freak out at all. He was very composed. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he wanted to do, and I think he played very well.
Well, a new coaching staff under Coach OJ here at Augustana. Your thoughts on what it's been like with the new staff?
I love them. I mean, I love them, and the greatest thing about it is I know they love me and all of us. I mean, they're really express that they're here for us, not just football-wise, but I mean, as people and to help us, and it's been great. I mean, they're great teachers, very knowledgeable, and they're great staff. I'm very thankful to have them.
Well, what do you think about the season?
I think it's going great so far, and I mean, it should keep going on the up and up, so I'm looking forward to big things.
Yeah, just 1 week at a time, and this week it's Minot. Changing gears a little bit, Dejan, what's your major, and what do you think you might want to do?
Physical education, and I'm hoping to be a high school PE teacher, and then also coach football and maybe basketball as well, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, listen, it's spectacular to have you at Augustana. You're a great role model, outstanding player, and I know you'll be a good teacher and coach if that's the path you take. Thanks for being with us. Have a great season.
Thank you.
Some are new.
I'm Marissa from Minot.
Some have been with us for a while.
Welcome to Grand Forks. I'm Steve.
Yet no matter how long they've been with Mid-Continent Communications or where they work in our region,
I'm Dean, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Mid-Continent's 1,300 employees have a few very important things in common.
Hi, I'm Bob from Watertown.
They really care about your experience as a customer.
Welcome. I'm Julie from Mitchell, South Dakota.
They're committed to delivering exciting new entertainment and communication services.
Hi, I'm Erin from Sioux Falls.
And they believe that community service, from building houses for the homeless
Jennifer from Fairmont.
to organizing events that bring whole communities together,
Hi, I'm Cole in Bemidji.
is just as important as providing great customer service. Because connecting people, no matter how we do it, is something we truly enjoy. Mid-Continent Communications, the connection that counts.
We're back, and with me now is All-American Augustana middle hitter, middle blocker, Holly Halfmeyer. Holly, you've had a tremendous career at Augustana. We talked to you last year on Sportscene, but you're so outstanding that we need to talk to you again because you're having another fantastic year here. Holly's originally from Faribault Bethlehem Academy is where she played. Came to Augustana, jumped in, started playing right away, and we're having a great year so far. Holly, and your thoughts on the team?
We're doing good. We just practice hard, work hard, and turns out good on the weekends.
Yeah, that's super. Well, last weekend the Vikings had a tough road trip, as all of them are. They went to Northern, got a 3-0 victory at Northern, and then went on to MSU Moorhead. That was a battle, but we won 3-2. How did you think we played through the weekend?
Northern, we played really good. We came out sharp and strong, and Northern always plays really good against us, and we knew that to beat them, they're a really emotional team, and to beat them, we had to come out strong right away, and we did, and that turned out really well for us.
Yeah.
And then the next day, we played well against Moorhead. We just had a little harder time. They had really good defense. There were some really long rallies. We were all really tired after it.
Yeah.
But it was good to come out with a win against them.
Yeah, it's a tough trip, as most folks know when you hit the road. Holly, the team appears to really have a good chemistry this year and really has things together. You're having a lot of fun, aren't you?
Yeah, it's always fun to play with them. We just have really good flow this year. It's not really work anymore. It's always fun.
Yeah. Well, what about the connection with the rest of the team, and particularly with Marissa Johnson? It appears like you guys are on the same page.
Yeah, Riss and I are really good friends, and all of us are all really good friends. And we know what each other are thinking. Sometimes Riss will call something right before I say it, and so it flows so well.
Yeah, Marissa's had a great year as our setter, and we've been digging it, we've been hitting it, it's been great. Let's back up a second, Holly. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
She's 6'3". How tall were you in like elementary school?
I don't even know.
How
I was
about
always
when you hit
tall.
high school?
About 6'2".
Yeah, so you've been this tall for quite a while. When did you start playing volleyball?
3rd grade.
Okay, and you
Second
played
or
the
third
JO Junior Olympic circuit and all of that?
Yep.
And what do you like about the game of volleyball?
I don't know, it's just so fun. I love like the team aspect. Volleyball, you can't really do it by yourself. So you need 5 other girls to do it with you, and I love that part of it.
Yeah, well, in my humble opinion, not knowing much about volleyball, but watching 2 daughters play and a lot of years of Augie volleyball, some people would argue this, but volleyball may be the best team sport in terms of, because you have to know where everybody is all the time, and if you watch volleyball, you'll notice that, and so it's a really fun sport. Well, let's go on forward here, Holly. You're a senior. We got a lot of big matches coming up. It starts this weekend again as we take on Minnesota State Mankato, and then Concordia St. Paul, 2 tough matches.
It's always fun to play them. They'll be both really good competitors, and we just need to work hard this week in practice, and we'll see what happens next weekend.
So fans, you get over here and support Holly and the Vikings this weekend. Last question, Holly. You're a senior now and going to be heading out into doing something else. What's your major, and what are your future plans?
Right now I'm an athletic training major, and I have applied to PT schools, and I'll hear back in the spring about that. So hopefully next year I'll be at PT school.
Great. For those of you who don't know out there, that's physical therapy. I'm sure Holly will be a great one. One more question here. Senior, been at Augie now 4 years. What's it been like to be a student and a volleyball player at Augustana?
It's been great. Augie just has a great community to support you through your whole career here, and it's just like a family. Like everyone knows what's going on, everyone comments on your games or how you've been doing, and it's just been awesome.
Well, Holly, you have been a fantastic volleyball player, great student here at the college. We know you're going to be successful. We got more volleyball to play though, so good luck to you and the Vikings.
Thank you.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. Speaks a weird language. Drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just look at him. And one more thing. He has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
The highly advanced Audi A6, named to car and drivers 10 best. Experience exceptional value on the Audi A6 at your local dealer today.
This isn't an epic sports commercial.
There's no Hollywood director. There's no $1 million budget. There's no slow motion.
Or stadiums filled with crowds.
It's just us.
Us.
Real athletes.
Real athletes who want to get better, get stronger,
and make the starting lineup. Be healthy and active.
And this is where we'll do it.
The Sanford Sports Complex, a game-changing destination. Learn more at sanfordsports.com.
We're back, and with me now is outstanding Augustana cross-country and track athlete, Paul Yak. Paul, great to have you on Augustana Sports Scene. Folks, if you've followed Augustana cross-country and track, you have seen this guy run, and can he run? We're going to get back to that here in a little bit, but to begin with, pretty interesting life for Paul here. Very young, and family came to the United States. Talk a little bit about that.
We moved here when I was 8 years old, just war reasons in South Sudan. So I've been in the U.S. since 2000, but moved around a lot. Now ended up in Storm Lake. Yep.
So graduated from high school in Storm Lake, Iowa, not too far from Sioux Falls. Why did you choose Augustana?
I came for a visit, and when I came for a visit, it was actually weird. There was nobody here. They were all gone for me, but I met a couple of the distance guys, and we just kind of hung around, and I knew the team was good and was going to be good. Like, they were on the uprise, so I just wanted to be part of that, and knew Tracy knew what he was doing, so I ended up here.
Well, we're sure glad that you came, and have you had a career. Let's talk a little bit more about that. This guy's won conference championships. He won the regional championship last week. Let's talk first about the team. How do you feel about this year's team? We're heading toward the championships. Think we can win it?
I think this team, when it's all said and done, will definitely be one of the best in Augie's history. I think this team is really deep. We have a lot of great runners. Heading into the championship, we're really confident. That was a good region win, good team win, and I think if we show up that day on November 23rd, we can win it for sure.
Well, it's in Spokane, Washington, fans, so watch for this guy and the Augie Vikings. Paul, folks probably don't understand a lot about cross country, a lot of people. Man, you're out there and you're running. First off, how do you prepare yourself? And then what's going through your mind as the race develops?
I think to prepare yourself, it's cross country and running is a lot of, it's a mental sport. I think you got to mentally prepare yourself. The physical side just comes with going to practice and getting the workouts done, but it's just being mentally ready and being confident in your training, and you just go out there and run. It's something we like to do. So
I notice you when you run, you're kind of glancing back every once in a while. I find some runners do that, some don't. You kind of like to know where the pack is or where people are?
I like to just know my surroundings, like whenever I look around, it's usually to see where the rest of my teammates are.
Okay.
We like to run together as a team, so if somebody's falling off, I like to look back, bring them back into the pack. But I just like to know my surroundings.
Well, you're a fantastic runner, and it's been great to have you at Augustana. Last question here. What's your major, and what are you thinking about doing?
My major is business communication, sports management. I don't really know what I want to do right now, but I think coaching is in the future for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be a good one. Good luck to you and the Vikings here at Nationals.
Have you noticed more and more fees showing up in your account with your bank? Take a look at your statement. You may be surprised. At Sioux Empire Federal Credit Union, the only surprise you'll find is how few fees there are. Imagine applying for your next loan or setting up your account with the peace of mind that as a member owner, you call the shots, including what fees to charge. So why let extra banking fees gobble up your money? Get your account and your loan from the place you own.
Sioux Empire Federal Credit Union. Cleaning hard water spots is hard. Make sure your water softener is working properly. No matter what brand you own, your Culligan man will inspect and check your softener. For this special offer, call and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
We're back, and with me now is outstanding Augustana basketball player Casey Schilling. Well, Casey, my goodness, I don't know what's been in the water for you, man, but are you having a season so far? And we'll get back to that here in a minute. But to begin with, folks out there are certainly aware of the Schilling family. There's been three brothers: older brother Kurt, who played at Northwestern in Orange City, Cody, who came to Augie and had a great career, and now Casey. So the Schillings have played a lot of basketball. But to begin with, Casey, great high school career at Ellsworth over in Minnesota. Had to make a decision on where to go to college. Why'd you pick Augustana?
Really, I just liked Augie a lot. I'm from a small town. I really liked the small college feel, and I kind of liked it. I mean, I really felt there was a good feeling of community here, and I felt like all the values that are at Augustana, I felt like I hold to myself too. So I mean, I really felt like this was the best place for me.
Well, I'm sure fans out there are interested in the three brothers. Let's talk a little bit about growing up. You're 8 years younger than Kurt. Cody's kind of in the middle. What was it like playing ball, hanging around those guys?
Yeah, it was always fun when I was in high school. Kurt just got out of college, so he was still always in the gym and stuff like that, trying to get me better. And Cody was at the peak of his college days, so I mean, we would always play a little one-on-one, and it was always pretty cutthroat. I mean, it was fun though. I'll always remember being in the gym with those guys, and they were just trying to get me to be the best player that I could be, and I'll thank them forever for that.
Quite a basketball family, the Schillings. Well, Casey, this year so far, the Vikings kind of feeling their way with a young team, but wow, over the last week, we've put together 3 great wins. We're filming this on Tuesday. Last night, great win. First conference game down at Wayne State. How are you feeling about the ball club?
Yeah, we started a little rough, but that's expected with a young team like we were. I mean, it would have been nice to get one of the Pentagon games at least, but, you know, we dropped them and we can't do anything about that now. We just got to look forward, and I mean, these were great. These were 3 great confidence builders going into this big weekend down in Rapid City. So, I mean, if we got to get those, and I mean, we just got to come ready to play, and every night we just have to realize that we have to be the hardest working team on the basketball court. Well, the Vikings, a young team, and losing a couple of experienced players. Yuri Malashenko's a senior. We've got some other guys, but you and Dan have really had to step up and almost become like seniors on this year's ball club. Yeah, me and Dan worked our butts off this summer. That's really one thing we wanted to emphasize, that we wanted to come and be ready to go. I mean, obviously we feel like we can be one of the best 1-2 punches in the conference, and I mean, that's what this team needs. I mean, we're gonna try to be these leaders. We're gonna be this team's backbone if they need us to be, and I mean, if other guys can step up and come do their roles too, that's great. Well, it's been certainly a good week here for the Vikings. Casey, I've been so impressed, and I know fans, many have said to me too, with how complete a game you're playing right now. I mean, you're scoring, you're rebounding, you're playing defense, you're getting steals, you're making assists. You have to feel real good about your game right now. Yeah, it's one thing I really worked hard on. I mean, I just wanted to be a better jump shooter this year, and I mean, that's going to come with time, and I mean, we just put in a lot of work this summer, and my mentality has just always been work hard, just try to be the hardest working player on the team, and I mean, we're having success right now because, I mean, we got a great group of guys. I mean, our freshmen, even our older guys especially, they're starting to realize, hey, if we work hard, we can keep getting these wins, and I mean, it's been showing the past few weeks. The whole team's been doing a great job of it. Well, you just keep going one at a time, and things will go well. What's your major, and what do you think you might want to do? My major is elementary education, and I really enjoy that, but I think I'm going to go back to the family farm after my playing days are done at Augustana, and I mean, that's something I really enjoy, and I can't wait to get back to Ellsworth for. Well, you got a wonderful farm out there and great family. I've been out there before, and we're sure glad you're at Augustana. Good luck the rest of the season here, Casey. Go get them.
iMed Mobility offers a great selection of new and used accessible conversion vans. But our mobility solutions don't stop there. We also sell, install, and service stair lifts, platform lifts, and vehicle lifts, as well as modular ramps, vehicle alternative seating, and many other empowering mobility products. Whether in your home or on the go, iMed Mobility lets you live life free from limitations. Let us be there for you. iMed Mobility, sales, service, and rentals.
Even a high-efficiency dishwasher can't remove spots from your glasses if you have hard water, but a Culligan high-efficiency water softener can. It saves you up to 46% on operating costs. For 100% beautiful glasses, just say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Thanks for watching our special Christmas edition of Augustana Sports Scene. We'll be back next week with a regular program. See you then, and have a great holiday season.
You have been watching Augustana Sports Scene, a weekly review of Viking Athletics at South Dakota's largest private college. Learn more about Augustana College in Sioux Falls at augie.edu.